Hi, I'm Tom, and this is Extreme Costumes. Today, I'm trying to install a silly string gun. Why silly string, you say? Because you can use it at a convention, in a nightclub, at a public appearance, on a stage, or just walk around the streets. You're not going to get arrested. When you're a giant robot and you hold out something that looks like a gun, people are going to start to react like it's a gun. And then something shoots out of it, they're really going to react like it's a gun. Fortunately, when you're all said and done, they're just covered in pink fuzzy stuff. The placement of the gun was decided on by putting it as close as I could to the wrist. So if I move my arm near the body, I'm not going to hit it. I chose not to put it on the outside because this is the exterior of the car, and I don't want too many protrusions interfering with how smooth it looks in car mode. If I hold on to it like this, at that point, the silly string gun's just going to shoot it all over my hand. So whenever I bring it up, boom, that pops out of the way. That's back in normal position. It'll be very easy to control because you see I've attached this wire, cable, straight through to here. That distance, no more than 8 inches, but it's still going to prove an important difference. I don't need a whole hand to trigger that. I only need one finger. I've had to make some adjustments, moving the distance of where it's mounted, and that means I'm going to have to remount this back about 1 inch before it works right. My finger only travels roughly 2 inches, so that inch is going to prove important. Today I was working on the silly string gun, but that's not the only piece. The other part was how to reattach all the fingers. You can see here that there's already some heavy wear and tear. I probably haven't used that finger more than 100 times, and already that string is giving way. If you watch, you'll see that a finger, has to make a series of 90-degree corners. A corner that extreme is going to be too tight for a cable like this. That's why I went with string. You can go around a corner. But until I find either a set of pulleys that are very, very small or an even thinner form of cable, I'm going to have to find some other alternative. I'm not satisfied with it, and I'm not going to stop until it works perfect. Because once I've embedded this inside the rest of the yellow, well, shall we say I don't want to pull it apart without a good reason. As I've been working on this hand, I thought that maybe I should point out some things about this that I worked on. Why did I do certain things? As you see it, you'll notice that the thumb goes in. This plastic piece has only one function. It's to keep the distance of this string the same from here to here, whether or not this hand is all the way around at this end or all the way over here. You see, normally it would be much shorter here and much longer there. But you'll notice the thumb still works all the way at the farthest end, and it still works over here. That's the whole purpose of this plastic conduit, to keep extra distance in place even when it doesn't need that extra distance. Now the exact same thing on the outside. Of course, obviously for the outside fingers. The distance for here, it can go all the way back. Here I've got this longer than I would prefer because I want to make sure that by the time I'm done with the costume that I can jump down and jump up again quickly while still wearing stilts in a heavy costume covered with equipment, PA system, lasers, silly string guns, all kinds of goodies. If I feel comfortable enough at that point that I can jump up and down with a shorter, I can trim this piece back farther and farther and farther until I'm at the safest point. You can always trim back, you can't add so easy. So that's why it starts out longer than I would prefer. When I'm done making these videos, I'm going to start making a whole other series of videos that does nothing other than show the exact step-by-step of how to do each piece of every part of the body. And the reason for that is, well, some people want to know how to do every single piece. You'll notice these fingers, they're all cut at slight angles. Each one of these angles here is reminiscent of the angles inside a normal human body. When you keep your hand still, you keep your hand curled, not like that. And your fingers are not held together like that. They're always typically separated and curled. If I had it curled too much, then I couldn't extend it outwards and grab things. If I had it too far out, then there'd be a big distance my finger had to travel to be able to draw the string to make it curl in. So by having them slightly curved, I have less distance to cover with the string, and it looks more natural. In our next videos, I'm going to be showing you how to work on a leg. Be sure to follow on Twitter and Facebook. The link's right on the page.
This